Today I'm making homemade pasta and wine sauce. I came across a Basics with Babish video where he made pasta by hand and thought I'd give it a shot along with a creamy white wine Alfredo-like sauce. So let's learn how to make pasta together. It's pretty easy. We're going to be combining some flour and eggs to make our dough before rolling, cutting, and boiling it. Then we're just bringing together some great ingredients to make a smooth, creamy sauce. You can press the CC button to turn on subtitles or check out the full list of ingredients in the video description. For the pasta, we'll be needing 3 to 4 eggs, 300 grams of flour, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I'm going to start off by dumping out my flour onto my cutting board, making a hole in the middle, adding in the salt, and cracking in 3 eggs. Now we're going to break the yolks with a fork and start whisking the eggs, slowly incorporating more flour into the mixture, making sure not to let it splash out of your flour volcano. This really is a volcano.
Oh no. Oh no.
I just knew that was going to happen. Alright, let's do our best to stop any egg from falling and start kneading everything into a ball of dough. This was looking really dry to me and just wasn't coming together, so I decided to add a 4th egg, this time containing it in a bowl until anything drippy was mixed in. Back to the cutting board, and I'm going to knead this for 10 minutes until everything looks smooth. Cover it up tightly with some plastic wrap and let's let this rest for 30 minutes. Next, we're going to flour our work surface and start rolling the dough out. I've been wanting to make my own pasta for years now, but haven't gotten around to buying a pasta roller yet, so I'm trying this out with a rolling pin. Just rotating and rolling to try to keep it even. My dough was still looking pretty thick, so I decided to cut it in half and continue rolling each piece thinner, trying to keep them in rectangular shapes. Now, according to Babish, we're going to fold this like an accordion whose folds do not overlap in order to keep the pasta from creasing. I'm just going to cut these into what I think are just thick fettuccine noodles, and I'm just making sure that these are well floured and attempting to twist them into nests. Yeah, that works. I'd say this is about 4 servings of pasta, 2 per sheet of dough. Keep these pasta nests covered in plastic wrap to try to avoid them drying out, and let's move on to our sauce. For this boozy Alfredo sauce, you're going to want to get together 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 clove of garlic, minced, a quarter cup of white wine, I used Chardonnay, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a quarter cup of chicken broth, 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, and a half teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Now let's get the sauce going in a hot pan with some oil and garlic. We just want this to flavor the oil and start to get fragrant. Don't let it burn. Now we're adding in the white wine and the lemon juice. Mix this up and let the alcohol cook out, just a minute or so, before adding in the chicken broth and simmering another minute. Now add in your heavy cream, black pepper, salt, and mix till smooth. At this point I started adding Parmesan cheese in until I was happy with the sauce's thickness, a quarter cup at a time, whisking over medium-low heat. Finally, add in the red pepper flakes and mix them in. Now back to the pasta, I'm adding a couple nests into a pot of boiling water, separating them with my tongs so they don't stick, and since my pasta was still pretty thick, I ended up boiling them for about 4 minutes to get a nice al dente noodle. From here, I just pulled the noodles straight out of the water into the sauce. A little pasta water won't hurt it. Just toss the noodles into the luxuriously creamy sauce till they're well coated and we're ready to serve. A luxurious pasta dish deserves luxurious plating, so I tried to get fancy with my noodles, like Babish. Unfortunately, I've never done this, so you get to enjoy my struggle. Is this good enough? Fuck it, plate it up.
Go.
A little bit more. Not terrible. It could be worse. To finish this up, I'm just shredding some more Parmesan cheese on top and adding a few pinches of parsley for color. I ran into a couple of issues making the pasta, but it was still a pretty easy recipe to put together. I love pasta, it's one of my top favorite foods, and it's amazing to now know how easily I can have fresh noodles at home. This dish was incredible. The fresh pasta is just fantastic. I definitely should have rolled it quite a bit thinner, but it adds some nice extra heft to keep you full. The sauce is a definite winner. It's just so luxurious and creamy from the Parmesan and cream. The lemon juice cuts a bit of the richness with a bright punch of citrus, and the wine really gives it all some extra depth. The red pepper is just the cherry on top, bringing in the perfect amount of heat. I'll definitely be making more homemade pasta in the future, though I'll probably leave the hard work to my stand mixer. I absolutely recommend you try making your own pasta at home. This was such a fun process, and the final result was worth it. I'd love to see anything you make from my videos. Tag me on Instagram at Michael with 4 H's. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing. I would love to have you around. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next Thursday.